Hello you, welcome back to the Crypto SA channel. My name is Jose and I'm here to talk to you about Bitcoin that has in itself came back within this downward sloping channel, which makes me think we should come here to retest if we lose this low here on the $60.4 thousand range. We should come here to retest this purple line at least. But I'd say most of the times when we head back into like channels that mean like that we've been into a fake out, we usually come to retest the lower regions of the channel, which should be unfortunate, but yeah, that's a possibility. Okay. So this is the situation, this overall situation here for the daily, and let's erase the lines and head straight to the horizontal levels. We have here the daily region. We're still not bearish on the daily. We should, in order to be bearish on the daily, we should be below this 60.8, 8.8, $60.9 thousand range. We're still, somewhat above it, far above it. And we've had our weekly EMA rejected here yesterday, no, 2 days ago, which is bad. That was this rejection here, not the rejection, but we couldn't stay above the EMA, so we're not still able to claim higher levels unless we're above this EMA in here. We're also below the EMA here for the daily, which is this resistance line around the $62.4 thousand range. We've been fighting with this line for some time already, but unsuccessfully. So let's see, we're not being successful in this fight so far. Like 1, 2, 3 rejections. Let's see what we can do about it. And of course, this is the monthly bullish region that only comes about above $63.7 thousand range. So Bitcoin is struggling to stay above the bullish regions here for the monthly, for the daily, not to even talk about the weekly, although it's within bullish reversal patterns, the descending broadening wedge and the descending channel. But let's just erase this these guys as well and put the 4 hourly on the game. How's the 4 hourly going for us? The 4 hourly is behaving this way. We're at this very moment below the bearish region for the 4 hourly. Of course, we're super oversold here on the stochastic, and we might recover here the support that is around what, this $62,000. You know, it's somewhat the same support from yesterday. So this is the region that we should look at the moment, and also the resistance zone here for the EMA on the 62.2. So I mean, I'd say these are the main supports and resistances, and we should claim here the 61.9. And if not, if we don't, it's going to be very likely that we're going to come towards the $60.8, $60.9 thousand range. Okay, I was speaking about possible inverted head and shoulders here, but it seems that we're still not losing it, but there's still a chance that we're forming here this shoulder, this head, and this other shoulder. But in order to do so, we might reclaim these levels here that are being lost at this very moment. Okay, so there's this happening, there's this going on, right? And we should say like this is the way. So this is what we could still come like a little further here, but we should reclaim this region here in order for this inverted head and shoulders to be valid, you know, but it seems that it's not. Let's see, and we can still come here to retest the 60.8 and then form the next shoulder. It's still like valid, I'd say. Okay, so other than that, let's go to our fib levels now, and I'd say our main fibs are the ones that you already know about. This is the main one. This is the fib from the whole movement, and if we use this fib as a reference, we have this main resistance region here within the 63.4, 64.2 thousand dollar range, and the support that is confluent with that daily support in the 60.5. Okay, 60.8, 60.5. So this is, in this case, our first support. Okay, and we have another fib now that we could use, that is this trend-based fib from this movement here to the upside, the downside, and the upside again. And in this case, we've lost the 236. And where is the 382? It's important one here. 382 is where we're pretty much now trying to hold support here at the 382. Let's see if this is going to happen. Hopefully it will. And this is our support for now. And if we keep this support, it seems that we're still going to be able to fight against these resistances. If not, then 60.2, you see that's the $60,000 range has confluences here to be retested in case we cannot gain strength within these levels. But so far, although we have this lower high, we're still like on a higher low here. This is a higher low, you know, this low, this higher low, this other higher low. I mean, this is a double bottom and higher low, higher low. Let's see how we do here. Now if we, I don't know, somewhat snap to the upside here and do something, you know, everything is possible. But this is the main level for now, and not to say this is the last one. We also have this fib to check, and this is pretty bad because then we've lost the $62.3 thousand range, which means that we're not that strong at all. And if we, the 236 here is within the 61.3, 61.4 thousand dollars, and this I'd say is one of the less supports we can count on. And for otherwise, I'd say if we take into consideration the descending channel and the descending broadening wedge, we should go down a retest. I mean, let's say these lines, the other lines here, the long-term trend lines that we've been talking about for a long time already, you know, around here or here, who knows, you know. So I think for now we understand there's weakness in the market, there's weakness for Bitcoin, all the bears are in control. And if we have a look, for example, at the stocks, you know, if we have a look here, Dow Jones is within like a bearish divergence on the daily, but still holding support at the 83 here, 42.3. Of course, the main resistance is here, the last all-time high on the 42.8, 42.9 thousand points, which is 43,000 points actually, which is now a daily resistance for further upside. If we see Nasdaq, how is Nasdaq behaving today? Well, yeah, it held support here on the lower macro fib, the golden pocket. And it's not really as bad as Bitcoin today. Well, sometimes it happens, but it's also within a long-term weekly bearish divergence. Okay, we should note that as well. And the S&P in itself, what's happening with the S&P? Yeah, the S&P is behaving like the Dow. It's above the 883, which is good, but it's below the weekly and daily bullish levels. Although it's also within a weekly bearish divergence. Okay, and it's the third touch. It can be that now is the time that it starts to go all the way to like lower levels that we can't even imagine. This could be the case. I don't know, something there's news that need to come out in order for this to happen. Okay, so then let's head back to Bitcoin here just to finish this video. So these are the levels for Bitcoin. The other assets are not as bad as Bitcoin is, which makes us think that although they're not bad, they're not actually being able to break through important resistances. So the market still has doubt on whether or not the American economy is healthy enough. If we see the dollar, for example, it's climbing up. So it held above the 0.5 fib here, the macro 0.5 at 102 points, and that means that, you know, as long as the dollar keeps going up, although it's in an overbought region and tends to correct as soon as possible, Bitcoin and the other risk assets are going to be weak. Okay, and if we take the 10-year yield, for example, what's happening with the 10-year yield? It's also climbing up. So I mean, as investors are piling up dollars, you know, they're pretty much de-risking on assets like Bitcoin. And if we have a look here at the inversion of the yield curve inversion, we see that this inversion is taking place. I mean, it's steepening, and whenever that happens, we are within the start. Whenever we go above the 1.08 here, we could be seeing the start of a recession that somewhat has been forgotten in the past few days and weeks because of the data that came out on the labor market in the US. So there should be something else to trigger what the charts are showing us beforehand. And let's just hope that it's unfortunate in case we're heavily invested in crypto or other risk assets, so that this tendency, this trend reverses to the upside as the patterns that the price action is within makes us believe. Okay, so that's it for now, and I hope you've enjoyed this content, and please like and subscribe, join our Telegram channel if you will, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.